6,000 unusual option contracts on Apple stock one day before earnings. Today is May 3rd. Market is closed. What do these 6,000 contracts mean? In this video, we will go over them and try to understand what the large institutions are doing. So the first one done at 1:11 p.m. You'll see that this is actually connected to this one as well. These are the same orders. This one's for 170 strike puts for 3,000 of them. So this is a ratio spread. The 6,000 to 3,000 is a 2-to-1 spread. So it's a ratio. And so that's one of the 6,000s. The other two are actually connected to these 4,000s because they are actually all done at the same time, 9:40. You'll see that here at the 33-second mark. Same expiration date in January 2024. Same strikes, 90 strike puts and the 110 strike puts. This was done at the bid price and this was done at the ask price. And what's very interesting is that 3 days ago, we made a video covering these exact strikes because we saw also these unusual options. And so now we see them again. So originally when we saw them, they were being bought, where this was being bought and this was being sold. So that is why when we look at that position here, we are also in that position as well. But now you'll see there's this 10,000 here from today. You'll see the volume here. You'll also see that the open interest over here is much greater than the volume. So what does that mean? Well, it means that these 10,000 that were done today could be closing orders. So 3 days ago when we saw this trade, because they made this trade on April 28th, they could be closing this trade now. And so we'll find out when more data comes in tomorrow. And make sure you are subscribed and you hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when we see a new update to what this meant. And be sure to watch that video when we covered these two strikes. Very significant, very meaningful. And it's being done today, again, one day before. Let's put that link up here. If you have info cards on, you can watch that video that we did on Apple covering these strikes to give you more context as to how we discover these, how to analyze these, and how to use these for earnings tomorrow for Apple. And so let's look at that other one. So these are, we'll find out more tomorrow if they are closing orders. Because they are not necessarily opening orders. Because you may look at this and think, oh, maybe they are selling this and buying that, and maybe that's a bull put spread, right? Okay, so let's take a look now at this one. This is done at 1:11. This is done at 1:11. So what is this? This is the June 2023's 170 puts and 150 puts. So let's go take a look. This is expiring in 44 days. And we see it here. 150 strikes. You see that here. There was a total of 9,000. There was also here on the 170 was also 9,000. So this is it could still be a back ratio or it may not. It could have been broken up into different lots when the large institution put on this trade, because it is quite coincidental too that the volume today were pretty much around that 9,000. If it was a large institution putting on that back ratio, there would be sort of a ratio between this and that at the volume. But since it's pretty similar, it may not have been that. But if we were to assume, based on that contract, that this was a back ratio, then you would see here this 150 was being done at the bid price. So they sold 2 contracts of the 150 puts and bought one of the 170 puts. So if that was done, you'll see here that this trade would then look something like this. Selling that, buy one of these, and if we analyze it, it would be a, you'll see here, this is a bearish trade, as the price of Apple right now at 163 goes down, profit will increase. You'll see that it is all above that 0 profit line on the y-axis. So this would be a short position. We can check the Greeks. It's a favorable earnings because it's negative vega, which is takes advantage of the volatility crush after earnings, and positive theta, so that is good. So it could possibly be an opening back ratio spread based on this, and so that's something we'll continue to monitor tomorrow as we get even closer. And we'll have to look at the open interest, because there is quite a lot of open interest here at this strike. There's less here at the 170, so it'll be a lot easier to analyze as we look at the data and all the data that we've been collecting throughout the days coming up to this Apple earnings. And then we'll be able to then make a conclusion on what we think. So Apple is currently on this uptrend, and you'll see here the earnings after hours, and you'll see here it actually approached a low right at the beginning of the year. So what happens from here? Will it, rally up and break this support, or will it come back down? That's kind of the big question now, and we're going to figure that out tomorrow. So make sure you are subscribed, and please smash that like button, and really helps our channel grow so we can keep making videos and sharing it with as many of you as possible. Thank you, and good luck, everybody.